Yeah, it's a book of advice that also has a story about me hiding in the bathroom to hear Yoko Ono pee.
Yeah.
And I know it's creepy, but it made for a great story.
There's even screenshots to prove it.
There is a screenshot of the text that I sent to my cousin Chad. Holy shit, I'm in the bathroom listening to Yoko Ono pee.
Do you want to start?
There's no rules, man.
Oh, there's no rules. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to You Accidentally Stumbled Upon the Greatest Day Ever, because I get to talk to a wrestler. Cassie?
I'm not talking to a wrestler, but I am in this room. I'm Cassie King. You're watching another episode of the Skybound Insider. I'm here with my good friend, Shuffles Falzone.
Today we have one of my personal favorites coming into the studio. It's Christopher Keith Irvine, better known by his wrestling moniker, Chris Jericho, Y2J, the Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, the Lionheart. You can stop me at any point.
Chris is a publicly renowned superfan of The Walking Dead, and Falzone here is a publicly renowned superfan of wrestling. And I'm excited to watch the interview with you guys.
This guy has a lot of stuff going on, including a new podcast, a book, and a hit song called Judas, which I was headbanging to earlier. I was under the assumption that headbanging wasn't a thing you could do anymore until I heard the song. It's like it took my neck out of retirement.
I felt that way about the new Taylor Swift song.
Different strokes for different folks.
Mike, can you do me a sweet wrestling move to transition us to this interview?
Yes, this is called the Turn Away. Welcome back, Insiders. My name is Mike, this is my friend Tanya, and we're here today with the one and only Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Y2J. You have so many more nicknames, and some call him Chris. You're several things. You've been a pro wrestler. You're a current rock musician, current author, current podcaster.
Right.
How'd you get your start in entertainment in general?
Oh my gosh, that is like the most basic of questions
that's where
ever.
we're starting. Wait until you see how elaborate they get my questions.
How did you get your start in everything?
Yeah.
I was created on the 8th day.
Okay.
No, man, the biggest thing and the best answer for this is I never put myself in a box of what I am. I always wanted to be a wrestler and I wanted to be in a rock and roll band from the moment that I was, cognizant of wanting to know what I wanted to do. So that's what I focused on and that's what I went for. Everyone said you can never do it. And that was another thing that was really instilled in me early on. Because if I wanted to do it, I was going to make it happen.
Right. So you live this whole life and you do this whole career and then you write this book afterwards about all the lessons that have helped you along the way.
I realized that everyone's always asking me, how did you make it in wrestling? How did you make it in music? How do you do both these things? So I went through like my mental Rolodex of all the lessons and basically I call them principles, bits of advice that I've learned from people that I know, family members, friends, fictional characters, and put them all together. These are the 20 principles that I followed to make my dreams come true, to make my goals happen. And when I put it together, it's like, this is some pretty good stuff. I write my books like an episode of The Family Guy, because I always litter it with a lot of little pop culture references, where there's so much going on popping in and out of that show. If you get it, it's hilarious. If you don't, it doesn't matter anyways.
Right, you're already on to the next
thing. Like, this is very motivational. Like, the Yoda principle. There is no try, there's only do.
Do or do not. There is no try.
If you're feeling in a rut in your life, reinvent yourself. Like I do it all the time in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like Bowie did it all the time with his music. But once again, every show that you play is Madison Square Garden. Comedian, Fozzy, wrestling, whatever it may be. It's the Mike Damone principle from Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's the one.
Act like wherever you are, that's the place to be. Isn't this great?
So it was a really cool experience to write it. Now it's really cool that it's actually out and people are responding to it.
Nice. Well, you start a lot of your own hashtags in the book.
So as I'm writing it, and I was thinking there's a great scene in Dawn of the Dead, the original. Towards the end of the movie, there's a chopper on the roof, and the survivors are getting the chopper to take off, and he can't make it. Like, he tries to help people up, and then the zombies swarm him, and he ends up in the corner, and he pulls out a gun, and he's holding it to his head, like he's gonna kill himself. And then he gets this look, he sees like a little path, and he gets up, and he just like he battles through the zombies.
Right.
To get to the ladder to go to the chopper to escape.
Yeah.
And I just thought, battle through the zombies. That was really cool to me. So I hashtagged it and said, if when you read this book, hashtag battle with the zombies, post it on Twitter. It's worldwide trending now.
Wow.
Everyone loves the concept of battling through the zombies, battle through the zombies.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk some zombie stuff? I feel like I'm
Let's do it.
I'd love to talk some zombie stuff.
Yeah. I know that you love Fear the Walking Dead.
I love Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I have been a big zombie fan since I saw Dawn of the Dead when I was probably 12. And there's another one called Zombie by Lucio Fulci. That's just one of this. It's now you watch it, it's a little bit clunky, but there are some scenes in that will just disgust you.
Yeah.
Door breaks, Splinter and I. If you've seen it, you know how disgusting it is. If you haven't, go watch it. Now. And of course, the underwater battle between a zombie and a shark is one of my favorites too. A zombie was walking on the bottom of the ocean. Apparently, zombies the gravity.
Very heavy footed.
Yeah, very heavy
Yeah.
footed. So I love Walking Dead when it came out. Did not read the comics, but the show itself from the start. And then Fear the Walking Dead came out. And you know, I'll watch anything in that world.
Yeah.
People were really pissed off at first. So slow. It's boring. It's like plotting. And I was telling, of course it is, because that's how it would have to be.
It's world building.
Yeah, we know, we've seen zombie movies since we were kids. You shoot them in the head, they die, haha.
Yeah.
If someone walked in this room right now that was a little bit green and bit you, you'd be like, what are you doing? Get away from me.
Oh, yeah.
How long would it take for us as a society to not worry, like that, to stop worrying, like if I shoot somebody in the head, I'm gonna go to jail.
Right.
I'm killing somebody.
Because that's just your mindset.
Yeah, that's how we grow
You've
up.
been in this society for like however many
Your whole
years.
years are around.
Yeah.
You don't shoot people in the head. And
Exactly.
if you do, you go to jail.
Yeah.
So how long would that take? By the time you really figured it out, it could be 2, 3, 4 months down the line. Walking Dead is not a zombie show.
Yeah.
It is a human condition drama with zombies as a background.
Featuring zombies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to me, it's the story about that. It gets you. And that's what wrestling is, storytelling. It's not, if it's not storytelling with something behind it, then it's just two half-naked guys rolling around in oil, and I can go watch that, you know, on the internet for free.
Yeah, anyway.
And often do.
When you were in WCW, you got the shaft for a while, and you were never. It took you a long time to be somebody's like top priority with writing or getting your chance to be on TV or whatever.
Looking back now, I really liked those 3 years in WCW. And, you know, was I snubbed? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I was also like in a company with Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man, all these guys are in there, Hall and Nash. So, I mean, I could have done more in ways, but I don't know if I was ready to, you know. I think when you look back when you're younger, you realize that you weren't as good as you think you were at the time. I left WCW at the right time, learned how to battle through the zombies to get where you needed to be, to get over.
Great. You want to talk about Fozzy a little bit?
Sure.
Judas just came out. I just saw the.
Judas is #1 for the 5th week in a row on Sirius.
That's awesome. I
Sirius
watched
XM.
the music video this morning. It was
Thank
awesome.
you. That was one take, and I got the idea from Guns N' Roses video called Garden of Eden, where Axl's in the forefront and the background is the band, and it's one take, and the camera doesn't move, and the chaos behind does, and just updated it. So what you do is we took a 4-minute song and slowed it down to 8 minutes, so it's half speed. And then your lip sync is really slow. But if I go like this, when it plays back, you play the tape back at normal speed, every little motion looks like really jumpy. So it took 8 minutes to film, and the cheapest budget, like we had a couple guys in clown suits in the background, we had like a little person running around, and a couple hot chicks dancing, and they're all coming in and out of the shot.
That's crazy. And it
Crazy.
has like 8 million.
8.5 million views. Thanks to Guns N' Roses for letting me borrow it.
Yeah,
Or
cool.
steal it.
And thanks to Guns N' Roses for our shirts today.
Nice.
Yes,
That actually
thanks
usually
for
wears
the
around his
plaid.
waist.
We both look like Axl Rose's waist, right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you
Thanks,
so much
man.
for coming.
Porkins for life.
If you want to check out the whole discussion, which I know you do because I'm still peeing in my pants a little bit about it, be sure to click the link in the description below. You go to skybound.com, become an insider right now.
Subscribe to our channel, like and comment on the video below. We'll see y'all next week.
And I'll see you next week.
You'll be doing something.
You gotta sell it.